them, prior to this game. I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 41, Lance. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Caleb Chason. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8. Eight yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Tua going for it all. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. From the gun, they'll try to run it. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Robinson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, McCaffrey runs through the contact, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And that's caught left side by the tight end, Keene. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lance now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Again, it's Lance. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Lance looks to throw again. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for the Niners.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and 8. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. At the 38-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run here with Robinson.
You know what? Why don't you just
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Jaguars 1st down.
They run. Robinson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now with Robinson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now Tua. This will be caught by Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23.
With the score, Jaguars 21, 49ers 7.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Trying to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On first down, Lance. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
From the 41, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. To throw, it's Lance. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Lance again. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Able to slither by. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's got it. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and this time he is in. Christian McCaffrey, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lambo on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. On play action, Lance. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final try now for Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense.